Have you ever heard the phrase, I wish I was as fat as I thought I was in high school? I'm wondering if we might apply that phrase to both the last couple of years and what's ahead of us. If we were to apply that type of thinking to the last couple of years, if we, especially financially, saw what was coming, um, say in 2019, when we think of inflation, where we are right now, the difference in prices, what we're paying for things, availability, that type of thing. Um, I know we're being told that inflation is at 7.9%, but I just came from the Dollar Tree. And, well, going from, wait a minute, I should probably rephrase that. I just came from the $1.25 tree um, because a dollar to $1.25 is not 7.9% inflation. That's 25% inflation. And I specifically went in there this week to get a gauge on some things. In addition to the 25% that we've seen in the last year at Dollar Tree, some of the items have had a little shrinkflation as well. One being soap. There's a type of soap. It's a dial soap that has no added dyes or perfumes or things like that. And it used to be that you would get 3 bars of soap for $1. Now it's 2 bars of soap for $1.25. So going to $1.25 is your 25% inflation. And going from 3 bars to two is an additional 33% inflation. When I add that up, I don't get 7.9. So, point being, we all know it's no revelation to anyone that inflation is much higher than 7.9%, especially in anything we actually need, use, or buy. When you go to the gas station, it's much more than 7.9%. It's higher than the Dollar Tree. So, anyway, when we look at that and we compare it to I wish I were as fat as I thought I was in high school, um, if we were to go back to 2019, what do we wish that we bought a lifetime supply of? That we weren't paying an additional 25%. Plus, in some cases, not in all cases, but in some cases, an additional significant percentage because of shrinkflation. And that doesn't even include what we're going to be facing this year. But let's just go back to 2019. What do we wish that we bought a lifetime supply of because the price is only going to go up? And then if we take that and apply it to that's our present situation. If we were to apply that to our future, because I know I'm having a really big struggle with going into a place and saying I'm not paying that. I'm not buying that. But the thing is if we don't adjust to the new lowest prices and take advantage of that, we're expecting we are not at the end of inflation. Um, and it could actually be much worse than inflation. And what I mean by that is a dollar collapse to some extent, in addition to possible shortages. And I'm not talking about the kind of little piddly shortages that we've been dealing with. I'm thinking something more significant than that. Um, but if we were just to allow ourselves to think along those lines, right now, if we were to look at the new lowest prices on things, if inflation spirals out of control, or we go through a dollar collapse, or we just can't get things, at some point we don't want to look back and say, I wish I was as fat as I thought I was in high school, with the I wish things were as expensive as I thought they were in 2022. Because I'm just saying, pray about it, think about it, consider it. And if you can, get what you can. Both get what you can get, especially things that aren't going to perish. Um, get what you can get, and then also try to find ways to regenerate things through what you can grow. I don't know that you can make your own deodorant, but you can certainly grow some of your own food. So yes, I'm requesting that everybody please purchase deodorant for the future, self included. Um, but that's just my 2 cents worth for the day. I sure do appreciate you. Thank